friends, welcome to God Focus this morning. The title of today's episode, Lessons from a Queen. Haman was an evil man that had manipulated his way into being second in command next to King Ahasuerus. He used his influence to get the king to make a decree that all the Jews would be slaughtered on a certain day. Haman did this because of his hate for one man, Mordecai, Queen Esther's cousin. Haman hated him because Mordecai didn't feed into his delusion of being someone great. Mordecai refused to bow down to him when he walked down the street. When Mordecai found out about the decree, he sat in sackcloth and ashes at the king's gate. Esther was informed why, and Mordecai asked her to go to the king. Her immediate reaction was, "I could die if I approached the king without being called." If Esther had rushed to the king without the days of fasting, the results may have been different. In order to save a nation, the people had to feel that they needed to be saved. The fast not only helped Esther prepare her thoughts and actions, but it helped the Jews prepare to be strong enough to stand in the end. But I don't want to get too far ahead of the story. What would have happened in open court when the king asked Esther what she wanted? Calling out Haman in open court would have embarrassed the king for trusting him. The result would not have been good. Instead, she moved the conversation to a more private destination. This helped her to get the upper hand on her enemy, Haman. We can cry to people about our problems, but that doesn't fix them. Most of the time, it makes things worse. But if we can get in a place where it is just us, the king, and the enemy, we can petition the king. It turns out that our enemy doesn't like it when we approach the throne of grace. He doesn't like it when we petition God for our miracles. But we can be free in him, just as Esther got rid of her enemy. Hebrews 4:16. Let us therefore come boldly into the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. Esther obtained mercy through the king reaching out his scepter. That was a form of grace. Without that show of mercy, things would have been different for Esther. She asked for the king and Haman to come to dinner, and they agreed. He asked her at the dinner what her wish was, and for some reason she didn't tell him, but asked for a second dinner the next night. The word doesn't say why she asked to have the second dinner, but it was not in God's timing for her to make her request on the first night. What a difference 24 hours can make. I'm sure she felt like Haman had the upper hand, but she had the king's favor. Never underestimate the power of God's favor on your life. He has proven time and time again that he can turn things around quickly. When the king and Haman returned the second night, Esther asked for the fate of her people to be put in her hands. She explained that someone was trying to destroy them all. The king then got to play the hero in his wife's eyes and had Haman hung on the gallows that he had built to destroy Mordecai. The lessons we can learn from Esther is to be bold when approaching the throne, be brave enough to stand against the enemy, and never forget to be patient and wait for the right time. God gives us grace and will always take care of his people. All we have to do is wait on his timing. Thanks for watching. Until next time, be bold, be brave, and keep your God focus. Like, share, and subscribe for more encouragement. Have a wonderful weekend.